Right, guys, welcome to what some kind of video that I'm actually uh, looking forward to talking to you about. So, this is G1's Snaptrap, released in 1988 as part of the Seacons. It's one of the last released traditional combiners where you flip the heads out and then they just connect to the main body, which is Snaptrap here. Um, If you're like me and you love Master Force, you may recognize him from Master Force under the name of Turtler. In the series, the Seacons seem to have infinite numbers. They're kind of like the Decepticons from the pre-movie days. There seems to be infinite numbers of them, but there's only one Turtler apparently. So every time they get destroyed, he always gets a bit beaten up, worse for wear. But suffice to say, Seacons are probably one of my favourite combiners next to the Constructicons and the Terracons. I don't know which order it is, but they're definitely top three. So he is obviously a snapping turtle, complete with, yeah, you can open his mouth. Generally recognised from the G1 comics, but like I said, if you've watched the Master Force, they're all over that. And actually, King Piranacon is a combined form of the Seacons, but they have a better, I consider a much better name in Japan. They was called King Poseidon, which I guess fits more with the nautical theme we got going on here. A great colour scheme. Who would have thought those kind of colours go together? And these little gun barrels here, there's a little bit there you can sort of move around. But because I'm OCD, I always want to make them nice and straight. So this, the back of his shell actually detaches because that's part of, I'm going to say King Poseidon, you know, Piranacon. I should say Piranacon, just for the West. Just before I take that off, notice there's a little connecting peg there. You can just point a gun on there and make him even more lovable. I mean, look at that, it's evil, right? So anyway, I shall take that off. Or at least try to. There we go. Yeah, I originally found this one without that bit, so that's bloody annoying. So, yeah, those tails will just, like that, for King Poseidon. Piranacon. Gonna get that wrong all day. Now these legs pretty much have nowhere to go. Ooh, there's me being OCD again. So they will just fold to the back. If you want to put them up like that. These legs, we just do that. Bit of dust everywhere. Now on the back, I have notoriously bad nails to flip these open, just so it's got a bit of support. Ooh, ouchie. Whoa, I did not encounter that much dust on here. It's been in storage, clearly not being taken care of. Sorry, guys. And girls, hopefully. Paintbrush, always a good one to get rid of the dust. Now his head will just casually flip down there. His arms are just very awkward. He's practically walking on his elbows in turtle form. Then we just gently slide out to there. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good colour scheme right there. So here's, where did I put that gun? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so he's packed to the hilt with these guns here, and he's got the sword as well, which both weapons will work as the combiner for Piranacon. Well, I keep calling him Piranacon, but you know the name. I'm more comfortable calling him Piranacon as opposed to King Poseidon. Get my words mixed up now. I prefer calling him King Poseidon as opposed to Piranacon. That's a better name for him. Like I said, Snaptrap here is one of the last combiners of the Transformers G1 franchise, where the main body or the main torso has little bits. You can see the bits here that will connect to Snaptrap here. Like I said, there would be Monstructor coming the next year, I think, but that's a completely different style of combiner. Let's see what I can do here to show you more, because this is going to get messy. All right. So, if I can get this right, I'll just give you a little bonus here. So, these bits, just, I mean, you can see the discoloration. That's unfortunate, but you know, time happens. Let's put these in, just make sure they do come out when I do. There we go. They're always a bit dodgy putting them in. So yeah, those bits will just come out, and then they can just hopefully rest. I mean, you see what I mean? It's the same kind of head things that will connect into the side. So I'm going to get this right, because I've been waiting to do videos like these because I really like these Seacons. Here's legs, like the rest of the combiners will just flop out like that. Well, not flop out, but you know, just put those in for safety. Right, I follow the animation style, so I mean, these are basically Scramble City combiners, which means you can plug any member from any team into the heads, the sockets there. But I'm going to put C-Wing there with his awesome hand. I mean, I'll get around to doing the Seacons eventually. I think I've done Nauta later at one point. Speaking of which, there is, I think it's, I can never get these names right. I think it's Overbite there. Obviously, there are 6 members, and the other member that doesn't fit onto the torso just becomes a gun. So technically, they are target masters again. I just realised that. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's Overbite. I can never remember. Scalar? No, definitely not Scalar. This one is one of my favourites. Just on the name, I'm going to just kill it. Didn't see any dust there. Yeah, 10 to Kill. Probably one of the best names in Transformers G1. And again, the colour scheme. And I believe this is Scalar, actually. I mean, the feet are awesome too. I mean, aside from the dust. That's really dusty, right? And 2 more things. I can never remember which. I mean, it looks better from seeing the cartoon that it will plop out. I don't know if it really goes in there, but I've seen it different, where it's like that. But just to make it easier for everybody, including myself, that will just slot on. You can see the hands are specially crafted to carry that one, but not on this occasion. I shouldn't have taken that out. Get in. You know what? It's probably that. Very wary about actually moving these hands. So Not looking good. Nautilator. There we go, close enough, right. And the head, which is an awesome looking head. Plop on. Eventually. There we go. And I always just keep the sword with him as well, just to keep that nautical King Poseidon thing going on. So that is... it was Snaptrap, but now it's evolved into King Poseidon, or the Western name, which is the usual name, which is Piranacon. Great colour scheme. Check out Master Force if you haven't already, because I normally prattle on endlessly about it. I always seem to get some of the names wrong. I think that's Scalar, and that must be Overbite. I know that's Seawing and Tentakill, and that's Nautilator, because that figure I've had for over almost 30 years actually. Got this complete in 2021. It was missing that bit, but somehow I managed to track down that gun independently. So pretty pleased with that. If you're not falling asleep yet, wake up. If you're not thoroughly bored by this, like and subscribe, and there'll be plenty more. I mean, I love talking about the Seacons because they're my favourites. Yes, and aside from all the dust that has accumulated, let's call it space dust. That's really bad. So hit that like button, like and subscribe, and I'll be here to bore you some more. So thank you for watching.